And here's Target Master, the last of the Target Master Battlemasters. FIREDRIVE, a.k.a. Firebolt, a.k.a. usually Rodimus's weapon. But since there's no Rodimus or Hot Rod, he's just our own little dude. And I know where he goes. Same ball joint shoulders, ball joint hips, but aside from that, aside from the transformation hinge to gun mode, that's about it. But they're nice. Like I said, they're solid quality. They're just like slightly more posable, old school Target Masters. But some really nice sculpting and some really nice detail. To transform him, again, just flip this up over his head. He actually hides his head, unlike a Blowpipe, who just kind of looks down. But the same basic idea here. Bring the, there's a hip joint here, bring this up. Tab his feet together. Tab his feet into the front of the gun. The arms come up. And just like on Blowpipe, tab together here. At the hip, there he is, he's a gun. He's got this smaller peg, and I don't know, I haven't seen any other, I guess if you want to combine Target Masters here, the smaller peg, you can combine the guns as well. So there you go. Just make giant guns. Guns upon guns upon guns. It's like the Siege line was basically just designed by like Rob Liefeld, where he's just like, now just take, how do we make Optimus Prime cooler? Just give him all the guns. Just give him all the guns and no feet. Anyway. So there he is with his little blast effects on. And I like to give him the Hound. If you follow my Twitter, when I got these guys, I said I finally have the Target Master Hound I always wanted. Even though I never really knew I wanted it until right now when I have a Target Master Hound. But yeah, so there's FIREDRIVE. Again, Battlemasters are quick little reviews. Not a whole lot to go on to them. They turn into guns. But pretty cool. Like I said, the Siege line as a whole, the figures are solid. There's some neat gimmicks. I feel like the gimmick this time around, like what's neat about the gimmick this time around is that it doesn't really compromise the smaller figures. In some cases, like the Micromasters and some of their weapon modes, it kind of compromises their weapon modes, especially the race car patrol, where it's literally just kind of two cars stacked on top of each other as a gun. But then you got things like the Battle Patrol actually has a semi-decent cannon. The Whisper Patrol has an okay sword. But the individual figures, like the Micromasters, feel like new Micromasters. Whether you combine them into weapons for the larger figures or not, they're fun little figures in their own right. The Battlemasters, again, turn into guns. You kind of do need a bigger figure for them. But individually, as robots, feel pretty solid. The Deluxes and the Voyagers just all have a much chunkier, heftier, not even really chunkier. They feel heftier and more solid. They feel higher quality than some of the stuff we've gotten in mainline Transformers toys for a while. And that's a nice feeling. So yeah, there's FIREDRIVE. All of Wave 1 outside of the leaders now has been reviewed. They're all pretty solid. If I had to make recommendations, like Optimus and Megatron are both worth picking up. I know I've made some complaints about do we need more G1, but Optimus and Megatron are both solid figures. Deluxe-wise, I think Hound and Skytread are the two best of the line. Sideswipe is better than I thought. I do wish his waist tabbed in, but we'll fix that. And Cog as a character, as a figure, is not bad, but he's definitely lacking something. As the weaponizer concept, where he can turn into all sorts of different configurations to weapon up the bigger figures, it's really kind of neat, and I'm curious to see how this line evolves. And with, cause with every new design, there's always a little bit of that learning curve where, like, by the end of the line, you're getting some really cool stuff that wasn't fully baked at the beginning of the line. So I'm really curious to see where we go with those weaponizers. Anyway, that wraps up Wave 1 of Siege so far. The leaders hopefully will be here soon. I'm looking forward to that Magnus especially. But yeah, it's for all of my poo-pooing about do we need more G1, it has turned out to be a very surprisingly fun line. So there's Weaponizer FIREDRIVE. Thanks for watching, and we'll have more soon.